Welcome to episode 14 of towing this 22-foot Grady White all over the United States. We started in Key West, Florida, and now we are here at over 8,000 feet elevation in the mountains of Colorado. Welcome to Lake Granby. Well, good morning. We are in Denver, Colorado. We drove 11 hours since the last location. We skipped all the way over Kansas. Last week we were in Lake of the Ozarks, and we're heading up to a high elevation lake here in the mountains in Colorado. Stayed at a hotel here last night in town, and we have a problem. The brakes aren't working on my trailer anymore, and this is literally the worst time that could happen because going into the mountains is when I need these brakes the most. I don't know what's going on. The master cylinder on the trailer is full. I can get the actual actuator to slide, but I haven't had any brakes. So last night when I got to the hotel, I tried to bleed the brakes manually for a while, which is pretty hard when I don't have a pressure bleeder or the space to do it, or it was tough. So I bled the brakes as best as I could. I haven't tested it, just went to sleep, but I'm about to hook it up and we're gonna see, hopefully we have brakes. If not, we're just gonna have to take it very, very slow and be careful up in the mountains. But we'll see. Either way, we're gonna get there. It's a freaking gorgeous morning here in Colorado. Let's get this hooked up and get going. Well, there's the mountains. We're heading into them, and let's let this climb begin. We're gonna take it nice and slow. I'm not trying to ruin the truck by pushing it too hard going up, and I'm not trying to burn all my brakes up too fast going down. We're gonna take these mountains nice and slow. We'll see what happens. We made it to Idaho Springs. So we've climbed from 5,280 feet down in Denver up to about 7,500 feet up here at Idaho Springs. Truck's doing great. Bleeding the brakes last night actually freaking worked. I have brakes again on the trailer, thank goodness. And everything's going well so far. Knock on boat. I don't want to jinx myself right now, but another 84 bucks in the tank. I always forget how insanely gorgeous Colorado is. Pretty stoked to get out to this lake. Let's keep on keeping on. We made it to the very top of Berthoud Pass. We're at about 11,300 feet elevation right now, and the truck's doing great. Everything's going great. We'll see how it goes when we go back down the other side, down into Granby. There's still snow out here. It's gorgeous, but it's time to start our descent. Pulling up to the lake right now. Just had to stop and get a day pass, and now we're heading into the boat inspection and decontamination area because they want to keep all of the mussels and the invasive species out of this lake. We got to go through an inspection. Are we gonna pass? I freaking hope so. I sprayed this boat down the best I could, but we'll see. We'll see if they allow us in here.
What do we got here? This is from Florida, is that correct?
Yeah. So they said because I'm out of state, they definitely need to do a decontamination on the boat. We'll see what that entails. All right, they're starting the decontamination process on my boat right now, which entails spraying the entire boat, top to bottom, inside and out, the wheel wells, the bunks, the entire trailer, running it through the motor, everything. And they basically just use super hot water. They use 145-degree water. Apparently anything above 95 kills all the invasive species. I guess they just go above and beyond and use the 145 to really make sure they kill everything. So right now they're flushing the motor. They got one guy inside the boat cleaning out all the compartments, my anchor lines, every single thing that I have in there. The other guy going around doing the trailer, all of that stuff. Not sure how long this is gonna take, but hopefully we'll be in the water here soon. The boat is good to go. We're fully decontaminated. I'm dropping the boat there for right now. I'm gonna run into town, get some supplies because I wanna stay on the lake tonight and I have nothing with me. I didn't wanna stop and pick everything up on the way because I wasn't sure if I was even gonna be allowed in this lake. I wanted to come here and make sure first. So thank goodness that all worked. And I was super surprised to find out that it was all free. The entire decontamination process was free. And it was like a 30-minute process, maybe a little bit less, I don't know. But they mentioned that it is free because if they charged for it, a lot of people would be trying to avoid it at all costs and then sneaking in, most likely with an invasive species on their boat or somewhere, and then this lake would be ruined. If you're not familiar with mussels and how bad they can be, oh my gosh. Lake Powell is a great example. It is horrible there. There's a bunch of lakes in the US that have completely got destroyed by mussels, and I totally understand the lengths they go through to keep this one nice and clean. I have had chocolate in my face this whole time. There's no freaking way. I ate a protein bar like 25 minutes ago. I've been talking to these guys this whole time. Neither one of them told me I had chocolate all over my face. I'm such an idiot. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, I'm gonna go into town, grab some supplies, and we'll be back here in a minute. Just pulled up to City Market, 16 minutes away from the boat ramp, and it is the only grocery store. But it seems pretty legit. Let's get everything packed into my fridge here. Before we get back to the ramp, some of you may be thinking to yourself, Brandon, are you seriously gonna be driving through Granby, Colorado numerous times today and not mention the Killdozer? Absolutely not. The Killdozer Rampage is an infamous event that happened in this town in 2004 by a guy named Marvin Heemeyer, and it's what really put this town on the map. He was a local business owner that was having a lot of issues with the city, a lot of zoning issues, permits, fines, a lot of things that the city was doing that was basically crippling to his business that he thought was super unfair. Now, I don't know all the full details about it, but I find it pretty easy to believe that the city was probably screwing him over. I don't know. This is just what I hear. But Marvin spent a ton of time secretly armoring a gigantic bulldozer inside of his shop with steel and concrete. And then finally on June 4th, 2004, climbed inside, welded himself shut in there, came out into the town and targeted a lot of city buildings that were tied to a lot of his grievances. The Mountain Park Concrete Plant, Granby Town Hall, the local newspaper office, and a lot more. But in total, he damaged or destroyed 13 buildings, causing $7 million worth of damage. Luckily, nobody was hurt throughout the entire event, but unfortunately, Marvin took his own life inside of the bulldozer at the end of his rampage. The story still sparks a ton of debate even today. If you're familiar with who Whistling Diesel is on YouTube, he's got a huge channel, and he actually replicated the Killdozer and has been posting videos on his channel with his own version of the Killdozer. It's insane. Even when I first arrived to the city, I stopped at the gas station, and when I walked in, there was literally people at the counter asking the clerk information about the Killdozer and the whole story and everything. So it's definitely a popular topic around these parts. And how could we not take a quick lap around the tiny town of Granby and check out some of the places that he destroyed? Which brings me to the sponsor of today's video, Lectric. Boom, boom, clip, clip. Big shout out to Lectric for sponsoring today's video. This bike has absolutely been saving me on my channel. I use it all the time. Anytime I need to run around a town, I don't want to unhook the boat, even though right now I have the boat unhooked. But this is the perfect way to explore around town. It's super lightweight, collapses super tiny, fits in the back seat of my truck, and I can pop it out in like 2 seconds and go rip around and explore places. This model specifically is their XP Lite 2.0 long range edition, and it has the option to have a carbon belt. So if you're around water a lot like I am, you don't have to worry about it getting rusted away and dealing with that mess. It's got 5 different levels of pedal assist, so as soon as you start pedaling, it'll just start giving you power. But even if you don't want to do that and you want to be more lazy like me, you just twist the throttle and you go. We got a little storage rack on the back, which I've used many times to throw a lot of stuff on there. I took this bike on my boat when I was in Ohio, going to all the islands near Put-in Bay, and it was super helpful. I was able to explore so much more than I ever would have if I was on foot. It has 819 watts of peak power, hydraulic brakes, color LCD screen, and they even make some little watertight pouches that attach to the side of here super easily. They come with this lock that perfectly tucks right in there, so if you're outside of a store or cruising around, you literally just pop that out, lock it up, and you're good to go. But check out Lectric. The link will be down in the description below. Grab yourself a bike. They have a lot of different models to choose from. Whether you're on a boat all the time like me, or you live in a small town like Granby where the Killdozer happened, they got a bike for everybody. So check them out, link in the description. And now let's check out 1 or 2 of these buildings that Marvin destroyed. Welcome to Granby, the heart of something grand. Look at this thing. Nice. Well, here we are at Sky High News, the news channel from Granby, and this is one of the buildings that Marvin obliterated. Looks like they have rebuilt quite nicely. It's a pretty nice building, but this is the entire downtown strip. That's the very beginning of it right there, and you can pretty much see the end of it right over there. Very, very small town here. And we have the Granby Town Hall, another building that he destroyed. I'm not sure if this is where it was before, or maybe they built this new one after. Also, there's a library across the street. I think he did take out a library also. But it's a really cool small town, regardless of the Killdozer or not. It's a pretty cool small town out here in the mountains of Colorado, so definitely a cool spot to check out. But let's actually get out onto the lake and check out what we came here for. Boat's in the water. We had to back in pretty freaking far here. The e-bike's taking a little bit of a bath. Oh, look, it's like all the way up to the front door. It was Adrian, right? Yeah. Nice to meet you. Yeah. All right, this might be the most stuff I've ever packed onto the boat, but this ramp's getting busy. There's people launching, a lot of people trying to get their boat out of the water right now. There's kids swimming in the launch ramp while there's a boat coming down the ramp. I'm not even joking, look at this. Literally kids in the water, boat coming down, another boat pulling out, 2 boats over here ready to go. Later! That boat right there, kid named Adrian, he followed the channel, so he came over. He said he saw me from across the lake and came over, so shout out Adrian. Again, anytime you guys see me out and about, come say hi to me, come say what's up. I love meeting subscribers, I love meeting people that support my channel. It's awesome. I feel so lucky to be able to do this. But we are officially on Lake Granby, baby. It is so surreal to be looking around and seeing these mountains and be sitting here at almost 9,000 feet elevation. We had this boat in the Bahamas, we had this boat in the Keys, we had this boat everywhere. It's so weird to think all the places that I've been already. It's nuts. I think this is definitely gonna be the highest elevation lake on this entire trip. What is the water temp right now? Because we were at Lake of the Ozarks last week and the water temp was 90, I believe. And we're sitting at 67 degrees here in Lake Granby. Honestly, it's a little bit warmer than I thought it was gonna be. That's the same temperature it was when I was in northern Michigan. It was cold, but it was definitely doable. Freaking amazing out here. I'm so happy to be out on the water. These views are just unbelievable, just gigantic mountains spanning everywhere and on a freaking boat on a freaking lake. Freaking. We are all organized. I thought this was funny, check this out. All my fenders are like mega inflated from the elevation. They're so solid, way different than normal. That's funny. We're up here, baby. Let's get out there, let's go see what this lake's got. Gosh, this is gorgeous out here. This view in front of me, nuts. It's got these perfect picturesque islands, just rolling mountains, cliffs, maybe there's, actually, I do know of a spot that is jumpable at this lake. I'm gonna head over that way and see if maybe I can anchor and swim over and jump. Get 1 or 2 jumps in before it gets a little chilly later this evening. Let's cruise over that way and look for that. I was at this lake many years ago. I hopped on someone else's boat, but I don't really remember much of it. It was a long time ago. Can't believe this. This is one of those moments where I just sit here and just can't believe that this is my life. Like, I am so grateful for this. This is just unbelievable. I wish more than anything I can just bring all of you guys out, every single one of you guys, just bring everyone out and let you experience this, because everyone deserves to experience this in their lifetime. Freaking amazing. So thank every single one of you guys that watch this channel, because I wouldn't be out here doing this if it wasn't for you guys. It wouldn't be possible. So thank you. All right, let's go jump off something. Something's not right. We did not have full power right there, and I only got up to 4,400 RPMs when I normally can get up to like 5,700 RPMs. It's not good. All right, just did the old turn her off, turn her back on thing. Let's see if that works. What's going on? I have no idea what's going on with the motor. It's maxing out at like 4,500 RPM. What could be different from Lake of the Ozarks to here? What could have changed? I don't understand. But anyways, found the cliff right there. And behind the boat, it's still, well, it's only 9 feet here. I'm getting a little bit close to the wall. I have not figured out my plan of attack here yet. How I'm gonna get up there and jump it, because I can't really anchor right here. In the middle, it's like 50 feet deep. In the middle of this area. In the middle of out there, it's like 200, I think. But this is such a beautiful cliff right there. I need to jump it. All right, look at this setup I got going. I just nosed in to the cliff, tied my line around this little tree up there. I'm gonna tie this to the stern of the boat, and then I'll toss the bow anchor off the front. And I should be able to get myself right where I wanna be. Dang, it is deep. All right, we got front anchor, rear tied to a tree. I think this might work. I just got a long swim over there to climb up. I apologize for bad audio, but I had to waterproof the camera, which means taking the microphones off. I got the 360 camera on the pole, and I'm gonna run up and jump it. scary. The water is just so dark. Ooh, it's a little bit chilly. The sun's gone. It's just always a little scary jumping by yourself, especially when it's dark water like this. I highly suggest against jumping by yourself. I would never recommend that to anybody. But woo! This was stuck pretty good. I think I'm pulling something up. I caught another anchor. Oh my gosh. It is hanging on by like a millimeter. Come on, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Oh, look at that, baby. Oh, that thing stinks. I don't know what to do with it. I don't really want to toss it back in, but it's disgusting. Pull the bow in over here, get my line back, and move on. That's how you cliff jump by yourself. I would have been totally okay with anchoring. I didn't think the anchor would hold as good as it did. Come on, baby. Oh, hey, my line was so bad that it just came undone. I could pretend like I did that on purpose, but I just suck at tying knots. Push. Ouch. There's tetanus. Look at that. Well, we just cruised through that little opening right there all the way to the farthest east side of the lake that you can go to. And it's apparently where the town of Monarch used to be, but now it is under the water. I guess they founded this town in 1905, and it was a big mining town, but it never really produced a lot. It had a lot of financial issues and a big fire, all of which added up to the town just kind of not really being prosperous. And then around the 1940s, whenever they made this reservoir, they just flooded the whole thing. Apparently you can see some of it whenever there's really, really bad droughts. Seems like every reservoir has a town underneath it. Gonna rip back through this tight section. It's all no wake for a long time. Then I got about 5 mile cruise, and I'm gonna cut off into this arm of, I guess it's the Colorado River. I'm gonna cruise down that way and look for a spot where I can set up a little camp. There's a lot of people posted up around here camping. It's pretty cool on all the little beach areas. This is definitely the smallest lake, or just smallest general location of everywhere I've been on this trip so far. But it's also at almost 9,000 feet elevation, so, you know, can't expect it to be massive, massive. All right, this whole time I've been thinking, where is everybody? Because the parking lot was completely full of trailers, and I've seen like 3 boats out and about. But now that I cruised down the Colorado River side of things, I found this beach area over here that has 15 boats pulled up on the sand. Seems like this is the spot everyone hangs out. It seems like a pretty cool camp area. A lot of boats are tied together. I think it might be just like big groups of people that know each other. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go pull up there or not. I think I'm gonna cruise down a little bit farther and look for a spot that's more secluded that I can post up more private. If not, then I'll go back and join everybody over there. We're in 4 feet of water right now. I think I may have reached as far as we can go out here. Oh, we're in 3. Yeah, I don't know if I should go any farther. Oh yeah, it's a very, very rocky bottom here. I can see it now. So I'm going to back away. I wanted to see how far I could get out there. I probably could go a little bit forward, but it's just not worth dinging the propeller on one of these rocks. If it was a sandy bottom, I'd continue and try to go around the bend, because realistically I can be in like, I think like 18 inches of water with this boat, but not when it's giant boulders on the bottom. Well, there are a few beach spots out here, but they're all just a little bit rocky. It's definitely not like only sand. Good for like pontoons or an aluminum boat. I'm not gonna pull up my fiberglass keel on the stuff out here. This whole section's no wake, which is really nice. So that would make it nice to sleep tonight, but I gotta go find somewhere with a little bit more sand. I might have to go back to where all those people were at earlier. Man, we have no power in this thing. It sucks. was gonna try to take this little nook right here, but it's all very rocky in here. So I guess I'm going over to the beach spot where everybody else is at. I guess there's a reason everyone goes over there. Well, this is where everybody was, and now there's only one boat left. And as I pulled up closer, I realized it is all quite rocky as well. It's not like terrible, but I really just don't want to pull my boat up on it. It's sand with a lot of rocks. Home sweet home. Just beached the boat in this little, like, we're in a pretty small cove here. I tried my hardest to do a little reverse in and drop anchors type of thing, but it was just swaying too much, and there's rocks right there and right there. So I didn't want to even deal with it swaying, and I walked out. This is super nice, soft mud. I didn't feel any rocks. Beached it. This is our home for the night. Before I do anything, I need to eat something. Caprese turkey wrap. I'm a simple man. That is good. It's a little soggy, but it's good. I just can't even put into words how amazing this is right now. Check this baby out. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh god! Oh yeah, it's just incredible out here, you know? Sunset and hammocks and breaking your vertebrae. What? What? All right, pretend like none of that happened. Wow, you guys are never gonna believe how amazing this is. I can't believe I just did that. All right, let's try one more time here. All right, okay, we're safe. We're in it this time. But seriously, minus that spill, this is just unbelievable. Like, this is hard to put into words. It's a Sunday evening. Nobody's out here. There's like one or two other boats on the lake that I've seen. You know, I haven't seen anybody from here for a while. And just, do I even need to say anything? Just, what even is life right now? I'm so happy I remembered to bring this hammock. Can you imagine if I would have just like broke my neck? That's how I'm just stuck out here paralyzed on the ground. Everyone thinks I died jumping off a cliff, slipping out of the hammock that's 3 feet off the ground. Really? You know what? I shouldn't even say this, but I wish I could see the sunset all the way down. There's just me. Can't be happy with what I got right here, you know? No, this is unfreaking real right now. Just listen to the absolute silence. Just kidding, I can hear a boat motor coming from far away, but still, it's really freaking quiet. We got a little sandy beach, the hammock, our own private little lagoon here. There goes the boat I was hearing. Pontoon boat ripping. We even got a nice little fire pit over here. I have no plans on making a fire. Pretty sure there's a fire ban right now in Colorado. Baby, 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 this is freaking amazing. Well, good morning from my cocoon. Oh, I got a whole mess of things charging over here. But it is absolutely freezing outside. Oh, it is gorgeous, but it is a whopping 45 degrees right now, which I was completely not prepared for. All I had was a hoodie and a pair of sweatpants. I don't know what I was thinking. Being at 8,300 feet elevation, I didn't even think about how cold it would get. Because yesterday it was like 85 degrees. Whew. But anyways, all the water cleared up really nice. Because when I came in last night, I stirred up the entire bottom trying to back into this spot and then turn around, and it was just a cloudy, murky mess all around here, but like a whole different area today. It's super nice. And last night I found out that my engine is not broken. It's just because we're at such high elevation that it's not able to run to its full capacity. So doing more research, I found that every 1,000 feet of elevation you go up, you lose about 3% of the power on your engine. And being at around 80 some 100 feet elevation, that means I lost almost 25% of the power of this engine, which adds up whenever I realize I'm down about 1,000 RPM on my wide open throttle. But that's just crazy. That's something I never even thought about, never would have thought about. I just learn something new every day. It's just crazy. At sea level, I'm able to hit like 45 miles an hour, and up here, I'm able to hit 31 if I'm lucky. Crazy, but it's good to know that the good old Suzuki isn't down and out again. I need to go over and get my hammock, see if this puppy will start in this frigid morning weather, and we're gonna get out of this little lagoon area. Like, it's like a reverse peninsula because it's got land on 3 sides. My brain's not up to speed right now, so someone tell me what a little thing like this is called. But bam, wow, what was that? But seriously, it is gorgeous out here. Waking up to this is just oof, and I love sleeping in this cold weather. But I hate when I actually have to get out of bed and do things like go get my cameras and my hammock and my anchor. Let's get started. Oh yeah. Fired right up, no problems at all. We'll let that thing warm up while we get everything else ready. You might be thinking, really, Brandon, you're not gonna sit there and enjoy the morning? 2 things. My feet are already numb. I have a very bad circulation problem with my fingers and toes. I mean, it is 45 degrees, so I feel like it's normal for my feet to get pretty freaking cold, but even when I was in Michigan and the water temp was 67 degrees, my fingers and toes were completely numb and I couldn't be in the water anymore. But everyone else had no problems. My fingers and toes suck at the cold. And 2, I suck at relaxing. I did a lot of relaxing last night when I was here, and that's like, now I'm good for a while. But here, I'll give you a little relaxation. All right, that'll do. Ooh, baby, it's cold. Well, it's been real. Loving this place. See if I can even get off. Uh-oh, we might be stuck here. Water level went down just a tiny bit last night, and now I'm kind of stuck. Whatever, I'm gonna just try to power it off, but I don't think it's gonna work. Let's see. Not even close. Damn it. We're stranded. Okay, my idea. I'm gonna move all the heavy stuff to the back of the boat. That way it lifts the front up a little bit, and then when I get it down in the front and just try to like press with my back and push off. Let's see if that works. I got a good bit of stuff back there, and I'm gonna run up front and see if I can push it. But I gotta get in the water for that, and my toes are numb. I'm gonna hold up a second. There it is, baby. Success. Whew. Let me move my log a little. Ooh. My boat is a disaster. Can't wait to clean it. Will we go? All right, we're free floating. Stirred up a freaking mess over there. The sun, we're out of the shade. Be able to warm up a little bit. Woo, woo, woo. Freaking amazing out here. Check out these tiny little islands. I've been wanting to check these out every time I was ripping by, but like just right in the center, they're super tiny islands, especially this one. Seems like not a bad place to have some breakfast. We got some Catalina Crunch dark chocolate protein cereal and some almond milk. I forgot to bring a bowl, so I might just have to eat it out of the bag. Just dumped almond milk on my floor. Cereal on the go. Let's rip back towards the boat ramp and enjoy the last little bit of scenery here. Lake Granby, top tier location. Highly recommend if you have the ability to come out here ever. Gorgeous freaking place. All right, I lied. I wanted to take a quick detour over to the other, well, I think it's the only marina here, because on Google Maps I saw there's a ton of boats just all moored out here, and I wanted to see, I just kind of wanted to see how many boats are out here. There's actually a lot of freaking boats on this lake for being such a small lake. This is the Beacon Landing Marina, apparently. A lot of boats. This is something that I somehow don't know with all of the boating that I've done. When people keep their boats moored out here, like, does the marina just have a service with like a little shuttle boat that takes you out whenever you need it and you come back, moor your boat, and then you call them and they bring you back? I don't know, it seems like such a pain. I always see boats out floating like that and I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like that would suck. But anyways, let's head back over to the boat ramp. Oh, this island right here is sweet. Freaking water level, there's like no elevation at all on it. It's just super nice and flat, and I think I'm rambling now. Well, that is a wrap on Lake Granby. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys thought about it, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. Drop those comments down below and let me know. Grab some merch if you guys haven't. If you want to support the channel, we got hoodies, hats, shirts. Let me know any ideas you guys have, what you want to see in the merch department. But thank you guys so much for all the support. Seriously, can't thank you guys enough. I'll see you at the next location. We have many more coming up. This was only episode 14 and there's many, many more. So I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace out.